All right, and we are rolling. What is up, you guys? Happy Pride Month. We are in June. This is wild. We are almost halfway done of the year. Crazy. Anyways, happy Pride Month. So obviously by the title of this video, I got little notes down here, by the way. I just want to let you guys know I am looking at some notes. I did want to do the timeline on when exactly things were going on. It all started two very young men. One was 24, the other was 23. Both just online, bored, probably looking for something to do, looking for someone to talk to, and they run into each other. The app was Tammy, just in case y'all were curious, and this was back in June of 2019. So in the middle of June of 2019 was when we officially met online, and we were talking from June until July. We started dating in July of 2019. And we were on that Tammy app. And if you don't know what Tammy is, I don't know how it is nowadays, but back then, around 2019, 2018, it was really booming. It was jumping. And it's a LGBTQIA friendly app. And you can meet all sorts of different people, from the most beautiful people you ever met to not so much. And I mean internally. So, it started out like a regular day. I don't remember how the day went, but I just remember it was nighttime when I got on that app. And I did have a phone that, it was an iPhone, it was a touchscreen, and it actually came from one of my exes. So I was searching online and people told me about this app. And so I went on it and just scrolling along, not really interested in anyone yet. But if you don't know now, well, let me just get back to the story. Anyway, so I wasn't really interested or anything. So this dark-haired man with dark eyes, dark eyebrows, thick eyebrows, popped up in one of my recommendations, and looked at him. At that time, looks didn't really matter to me. Obviously, I thought he was attractive, but it wasn't something that first I get like that emotion by like a look. So it took me reading his bio and like the title, like when you first see who they are, to really want me to engage with this person. So I remember the title saying, "Don't let the heart that was once broken keep you from healing," or something like that. It was something along those lines. It was very, very powerful and very, very sweet. And that's when I was like, I want to get to know who this person is. So our conversations, they honestly went from just talking to then really, really telling each other some things that maybe we haven't really told anyone else, or like how we may have been feeling. And one thing led to another, and then July comes. So 1 month later, I believe I was the one who asked him out, and he said yes. And I would start coming to his house. He was living with his mom at the time, and I was living with my abusive adopted parents in their house. Let's talk about the connection. The connection. So like I was saying, we went from messaging one another to then calling and talking on the phone to then eventually seeing each other in person. And we started dating in July, and it was serious. It was official. On Facebook, we changed it from single to in a relationship. But see, before I had met him, I was with someone else maybe a couple months prior to that. So I moved on pretty quickly. But see, this is the thing. the way that that relationship ended, it's like I'm glad I moved on quickly, because that person, let's just say, freaked me out and did some really, really freaky things. It felt safe when I was talking to my now partner. His name's Gianni, by the way.
Gianni.
It felt unreal. It felt new. It felt good, you know? Like I could tell him anything. But here's the thing. We were together for a few months, and fast forward to November of 2019. No, I'm sorry. It was like September. It might have been like the end of September. So we were dating for like a good 2-3 months, and then when September rolls around, I end up breaking up with him. And the reason for this was because um, in that time of my life, I was going through really, really hard things, and I had a lot of things that I was keeping to myself and never told anybody about, and which I now have told everyone. It's not a secret to me anymore, and I actually am not. I'm okay. I'm okay with sharing it. So that is what I was worried about telling him, because I didn't know how he was going to feel. I didn't know if he was going to judge me or if he would even like me at that point. And so from September, like the end of September to close to November, so almost 2 months, we were broken up. But we were still chatting. We were still chatting here and there, but we, changed the status on Facebook on like relationships, back to single. But for 2 months, it was horrible. I was missing him, and I was really trying to get over him. I know that he was slowly getting over me, just because he didn't want, he was confused. He was confused, and I don't blame him. And so I made a mistake that day, and I knew I did. Then when I reached back out to him in November, I told him everything. I told him my whole story, everything that I told you guys. I've told him everything. And he never judged me. He was there. He was there. He was very supportive. He didn't run away. He could have ran away if he wanted to. It could have been a lot for him to take on. But see, very similar things happened to him. So we had that to really bond over, and could be one of the reasons why we are still together now. Okay, so then after all that, after we got back together, the next topic, I guess, is the storm we survived. We did survive that storm. It was a storm. Throughout our whole relationship, it's been a roller coaster. It's never been easy. And actually, past 5.5 years together, we've experienced homelessness, toxic living situations, losing our families, moving to Myrtle Beach just for like a getaway, or not really a getaway. We were supposed to move to Myrtle Beach, and we were supposed to reside there. We were cleaning condos up there. We were taken care of job-wise, but the situation we were in, it was very, very toxic, and we just had to move there. We had to move from there. So we ended up coming back to Virginia, which we are currently residing in now. We are living in Virginia. So it's a big jump, big step, but we tried it. And even though it didn't succeed, we still did it. We still, we still saw what it had to offer. Very beautiful place, by the way. Ending up adopting a doggy. His name was Coda, and he's a pit bull husky mix, but we had to give him up because we couldn't have animals or dogs in our apartment complex. So, but he's doing well though. He was given the life that we wish we would have given him, but I miss that little dog. So many people they've thought that we weren't going to make it. They said that we deserved better for each other, but we were better for one another. And we're still here because we've seen the toughest times in life too. Where are we now? After almost 6 years, it will be 6 years next month. So I'm very grateful for that. Right now we are living in an apartment together. We have two beautiful cats. Their names are Giselle and Jasper, which they do have their own YouTube channel. If you would like to go and check them out, Daddy gave them a channel. So beautiful, beautiful life that we have now from where it was that we went through. I mean, y'all have to keep in mind, you know, I'm 29 now, and we started dating when I was 24, I believe. Yeah, like 24. He was 23. So we were young. That's a your frontal corneal brain, like in the front, it's not fully developed yet until you're 25, right? So our brains weren't even fully developed, but we knew that this was going to be something maybe long term, and neither of us has had a relationship longer than 2 years, you know, let alone almost 6. So I don't regret anything that has went in through our lives, because if I did, then we wouldn't be where we are now. And I'm not where I want to be, I will say that, but I'd rather be here right now in my life, living the life that I'm living, than continuously live the toxic environments that I was once living, and with him too, experiencing it with him also. And from all of that, we still managed to stay strong, and actually stronger, especially now that we have a place of our own. You know, I feel like the relationship is stronger, it is wiser, it's unbreakable. And I guess the closing, I just wanted to say, we weren't going out looking for love. You know, there's a saying like, don't go out looking for love, let it come to you. And I am a firm believer in that. I believe that. I feel like I was looking for love in all the wrong places, and it kept just hurting me over and over and over again. But then I thought about it too. At that time in my life, I wasn't comfortable with who I was. So I was trying to like play my own video game in reality. You know, I wanted it to be like this and be like this, but that wasn't what was written for me. And we all have our own timelines, right? From when we're born to when we'll sadly pass. And if I had held on to what I thought, who I thought, or maybe what I thought I would be with, then I would have never found him. And he is one, if not one of the best things that has happened to me and for me. So I don't regret anything. And you know, obviously we have our ups and downs, but one of the biggest things that I've learned in being in a relationship this long is communication is key. They don't just say that to say that, you know. When you were someone like me, or like us, you know, like y'all out there too, y'all watching me, I know that a handful of us are big introverted and maybe hold a lot of things in. When we hold a lot of things in, then we don't really show people who we are, you know? And I've done that most of my life. But I also let people run over me. And I've also let people like judge me and just say the meanest things ever and just not really think of anything of it because I just thought that's just who they were, but I would still care for them regardless. And I also wasn't who I was 5 years ago. You know, we change, and almost hitting 30s now, if I am great, if I am lucky enough to remain in this relationship with him, then I can honestly say that I may see even like a marriage proposal down the line. And before y'all say anything, there are people who thinks that I've already should have asked, but I'm someone who, you don't have to rush anything. And I think even when you've been with someone for 6 years, aren't you currently married? See, he wants to have like traditional wedding, maybe minus all of the family, because we don't have the biggest family. But he wants like the traditional walk down the aisle. Um, for me though, I don't know how I see it. I mean, I never really believed in marriage, and he did. So we're opposites in that aspect, in a lot of aspects. Actually, we're very opposite, but we are very similar too. And my brain is slowly starting to come to terms that maybe I can have a marriage one of these days and a proposal one of these days. I'm not rushing it, and he knows that I'm not. And we've talked about this, like he's wanted me to ask him for a while now, and I've told him how what I thought about it, and he's not going anywhere. He doesn't feel like he's wasting his time, because when it happens, it's going to happen, and it's going to be a perfect moment, but it doesn't really have to be planned. I don't really like planning things. Moments just come, and you just take those opportunities. Probably one of the reasons why I started my channel was I wasn't waiting for that perfect moment. It just happened. So, and look how far we've come. If you are younger, if you haven't found anyone, if you aren't in love, if you are in love, love will come to you. Let love come to you. There are people who, they went out looking for it and it has worked out, but that's risky. You got to be careful with those. My advice is just let it come to you and really try to be more opened with people. I know that it's hard not to and not to really trust people, and I understand that. But, if I hadn't had reached back out to him and told him my story because I really feel like he was meant to hear it, then we wouldn't be here today. And I wouldn't be where I am today. And I may not even have gotten the opportunity to meet you guys. So, yeah. But if you've made it this long to this video, and if you watched my full video, leave a comment down below. Let me know that you watched it. Let me know if you're in a relationship now. Let me know how long. Do you regret it? Do you see yourself with this person? You know? Let's have more love roaming around than hatred, because it's easy to hate something. Very easy to hate something, very easy to hate someone. So easy to just, it's like a switch. It's like a switch, like an on and off switch. But you know what is also easier than hatred is loving. It's easy to love someone. Not being in love with someone, two different things. It's easy to love someone. And I feel like we all just want love. Whether it comes from family, friends, relationships, it doesn't matter. Just when you have it, share it, give it. Because all of us here on this channel, we love one another. We love each other. That's what we do. And we show our loves by watching each other. We show our loves by commenting, by liking each other's videos. That's how we show love. And I thank you for everyone who has been commenting, who has been liking my videos, who has been here with me. And if you have any questions, if you have any questions that you would like answers for, let me know. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Write it in the comments. I do read the comments, and I usually always reply to them. So I love you guys. Happy Pride Month once again. My face looks flat. I know this is very off topic, but my face. What the? I have another video I want to share with you guys. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like down below. Subscribe to my channel. Like it. Hit that smash button, the bell button. Hit the notification so you'll know when I post another video. And go check out my shorts. I do little skits, little funny skits. I'll see you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.